Okay, in Fox 5 Health News, a major study calls for treating high blood pressure a lot more aggressively than current guidelines recommend.
And joining us now is Dr. Devi of NYU School of Medicine. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
All right. Your thoughts.
Well, this was a really well done study, and actually it ended a lot earlier than it was supposed to, because the researchers started looking at the data and they realized the people who had lower blood pressures were actually doing a lot better in terms of just being
it was unethical to continue with it because the results were so profound.
Exactly, that was it. So what they did was they actually separated these people. There were about 9,000 people into two groups, and half of them, they were randomly assigned. Half of them were assigned to get the normal blood pressure management, so to have that top number be less than 140, and the other experimental group was supposed to keep it much lower, at below 120. And they found that the people who kept it much lower actually did so much better. So the reason why our guidelines may not change anytime soon is because they've tried to do this before and they've seen mixed results. The problem is that if your blood pressure is too low, you're more likely to have other problems like maybe faint, get dizzy, nauseated. And if you're older, then maybe that would result in a fall. So it's a little bit difficult because most experts agree that if you have lower blood pressure, that'll protect you from heart attack and stroke. But the danger is that if your blood pressure is too low and you can't maintain that range.
There is such a thing as too low. It's a very fine line.
Exactly, that you could have a very dangerous fall or something else.
All right, so let's talk about this. Too much sleep or too little sleep could actually put you at risk for heart disease.
Yeah.
Sleep always gets people fired up because no one gets as much as they want.
True.
And then we say if you get too much sleep and everybody goes, well, who gets too much sleep, you know?
Well, that's a good question because I was wondering that too when I was reading the study. I mean, the too much sleep, I have a feeling that these aren't people that are really sleeping 9 hours or more. It's probably people who snooze a bunch of times because they're not getting proper sleep when they think they're sleeping, right? So that could be people, let's say, men with prostate problems, they're going to the bathroom a lot. Diabetics sometimes have to go to the bathroom a lot. People have sleep apnea. So sometimes looking at the clock, they might seem like they're sleeping for a long time, but they might not be. And the study, it showed also an effect in people who slept too little. So that's not that much of a surprise. I mean, we think that if people don't sleep enough, perhaps the body doesn't get a chance to heal during that time. And as a result, maybe with the stress and that combination of factors, they are more at risk for heart attack.
So interesting. Look, so when you're looking at those numbers, the people who sleep too much, it actually might be people who are sleeping too little, too.
That's what I was thinking while you were saying that. I'm like, they equal each other.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, people sleep long stretches at a time because they've been sleep deprived the rest of the week, right? That happens too, where people catch up on the weekend or some other time. So I think there's that. I mean, to be fair, not to make people worry at home, I mean, it's not that their heart attack number went up. This was a survey. What it was they looked to see a measure of their risk, how much calcium was in the arteries to the heart. So that's sort of a measure of how much junk is kind of clogging your arteries, basically like if you're looking at what's clogging your faucet or your drain, right?
And you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the too much sleep thing referred to the fact that you're sedentary for so long. And I mean, quality of sleep counts. So if you're not getting, you know, the key sleep that you need, you're laying there trying to catch up, and you're laying down. Your body's, you know, slow, is in no motion for so long.
We need a little bit more information about what exactly.
So 7 hours is the magic number you're trying to shoot for, basically. 7 to 8. It's a lot more than most people get, but it's worth making the effort for, I guess.
Sure.